Hello, everyone. Welcome back to TexAgs Live, presented by David Gardner's Jewelers, Rollo Insurance Studio. Time for the final countdown, brought to you by La Casa Tequila, raised in Aggieland, rooted in the SEC. A little different version of the show. Billy Liucci and Steve McKinney.
Yeah.
Ain't that different?
Another no-show by Seth.
Looks like the same show we did last week.
Yeah.
My man.
I think Seth was here.
No, he wasn't.
No.
You're right. He was
he
at the
was playing golf.
You're right.
So this week he
Where
has
is that again?
This week he has work. So that's why you don't skip for golf, because when the work calls and he has to do it, then you've not missed 2 weeks in a row. But there
we're recording this. I'm going to say, be honest to our audience. Seth is expected to be on right before this, so he is supposed to come on at 9:35.
Why are you carrying Seth's water, dude?
Yeah.
He's not here right now, David. So
It sounds like
All right.
own that.
really like almost like he asked him to do this for him.
I'm going to tuck in my shirt.
Beard
at the
looks
tailgate.
good.
Thank you, sir. Hair's growing a little bit longer. What?
He's going all in with this. Like,
Military Nunya? Matunya?
No, not Matunya.
I like
You're
it.
going in with this
MMA?
UFC. Like I can see you're going to grow out he's going to grow out one of those.
Full UFC guy.
Like you're going to be
why would
like
I hide this face, buddy?
you're going to be
I'm not
like
gonna do
from Dagestan. You're going to go with the Dagestani look soon. I feel like you're trying to do like a Pereira, whatever kind of look.
You know that I've done this every week we've ever had on the show, right? I've always had the 5 o'clock shadow by the end of it. This is kind of what I do.
That's a good look.
Your facial hair just
I
grows
know.
that fast.
I know you told me that. I know that you said it wasn't a big hit in the household.
Oh, my kids love it. Elizabeth didn't love it. She thought it was too short.
Okay. I normally am going to side with Elizabeth just for, you know why. Just A, because she's just the sweetest person ever. B, because it's me and you.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna
I
side
get
with
it.
her. But I'm going to disagree with her this time. I think it's a good look.
By the way, your hair's a little shorter.
It's actually real short.
Get your little
that.
haircut there, bud.
It's actually pretty short right now. I can't get it that way. But yeah, it's short.
So, Steve, let's start things off with
All right.
what has transpired so far. A 7-0 start, the best start since 1994. We've talked about that before. It's continuing. Last week, not the most impressive defensive showing, but the offense certainly brought it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, really, you've kind of seen it all year where they just played really good complementary football when offense is struggling, defense has stepped up, and vice versa. The one thing I liked about last week is that offensively, we scored every time we needed to. They never had the ball with a chance to score. So even though it was a close game on the scoreboard, I don't think I ever really felt that nervous. Maybe on the 4th and 1 going forward on our own 35.
34, yeah.
I was like, man. And I still felt confident about that call. Like I still liked the call. But when he bounced off the tight end there, I was like, my heart kind of stopped for a second until he got that first. But
That was the only point in the game.
That was it.
Well, I've
For
said
me,
this
at
this
least.
week. When they had 3rd and 2 and they threw that pass to Reuben, I was nervous.
Same drive,
'cause-
right?
Yeah, but it was 3 minutes later.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, if they don't get this, they got to go for it on 4th and 2. You're not going to kick a field goal to go up 6.
Right.
And I was like, that's a hard 2 yards. They're packing it in. So it was a great call by Klein to get Reuben.
Yeah.
That linebacker couldn't make it there. Marcel with a quick throw. And I thought that was the only point because I was like, if they don't convert this 3rd and 2, they're going for it on 4th, and I don't want that.
No,
You know?
that would have been a very nerve-wracking
Because
situation.
you're going for it on 4th down, up 3 with 6 minutes or so left in the game.
Yeah.
That's trouble. And then A&M scored on the very next play.
I mean, regardless of what anybody wants to say about Arkansas's defense, it was very, I guess, confident building for me to see us be able to run the ball
against a
effectively.
stacked.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, when they were kind of forcing you to throw the ball and you still were running right into it and being successful.
Because that's probably what.
A lot of teams are going to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You're right, don't you think?
I think they will. I mean, I think LSU is going to put us in those same situations, and
But I think there's
we got to run the ball.
I think there's going to come a game though when teams overcommit to this whole idea of like a single high man, and where this passing game is going to be clicking to where it's just shred city.
I would be
like
nervous
where
as a defensive coordinator doing that now.
Yeah,
I mean,
against
we have
1 and
so much
7,
speed.
and now 3. Like
on.
Well, LSU's got really good secondary, right?
They
So
do.
do you think they will play A&M the same way?
I think Notre Dame had really good DBs.
Mhm.
They couldn't run with these guys. You know, I think they will. I think they'll say this is I think they'll go our best against your best, and we're gonna overcommit to the run, because when you guys get to running the football, it's when it gets real easy for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, it's the way to defend. But the good thing for A&M is they've got receivers and tight ends and backs that can beat that in coverage. But then they also have a running game, like Steve said, that can still do it.
Yeah.
You know, they did it against Notre Dame. Like, it wasn't easy, but they ran effectively. They gashed Arkansas. You know, like, they ran for 200 against a tough Auburn defense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They ran for 200 yards. Look at how Auburn's played everybody else.
And we would have ran for 200 against Arkansas had not a terrible holding call called back Marcel's touchdown.
They did run for 200.
Did they get 200?
They would have run for almost 300,
I thought they were like
which they did
170
against
something.
Mississippi State. No,
They
that
were
was
for
a week
217.
before against Florida.
217, okay.
Florida, they were 187. And that was losing Moss early in the second quarter
Mm-hmm.
when he had 5 for 50. And then they would have been closer to 300 yards. And by the way,
Go ahead.
real quick, if he scores on that 55-yarder, not only is it like kind of a Heisman moment for him, and it's a 400-yard, 5-touchdown night in the SEC on the road, you also win that game probably by 17, because it's going to be tee-off city on that next drive, drop back pass, play off coverage, make them, or at minimum you win by 10.
Mm-hmm.
But you win by 10 or 17, and not that there's been much national blowback, but people are trying to be like, well, but rather than saying that, you were a bad holding call away from winning. Well, we're sitting here going, shoot, they won by 17 on the road. They won by 17 the week before against Florida. They won by 23 the week before against Mississippi State. Like, on field, that's how they're playing.
Agreed.
They were 17-point win against Arkansas the other day, even though it wasn't easy. They were 17 against Florida. You know, that's what they're putting on the field right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make a comparison. First off, Florida's defense, how do you think it compares to LSU's?
Mm-hmm.
Considering that A&M did struggle a little bit to run at times in that game. And I'm just going to give you some stats. Florida right now in the season is giving up 117 yards on the ground per game. Right behind them is LSU at 122, and right behind LSU is Texas A&M at 126.
All right. A&M's running game their run defense is going against LSU's rushing offense. So that's kind of, I like that matchup, but that's kind of not relevant to what we're talking about, right? So it's Florida and LSU. I'm doing this in real time. Florida's played
Miami.
South Florida. They played Miami. They played A&M. They played Texas. They've played who'd they play? Mississippi State. And who else?
I got the schedule right
Pull
here.
it up, because Florida's played. Okay, here we go. So South Florida, Miami, LSU, Texas, A&M, Mississippi State. Okay.
Very good defenses right there. 3 very good at stopping the run.
Yeah, I mean, you look at LSU, Texas, and A&M, and Miami, and South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but that's not what we're talking about, David. You just confused me. We're talking about the offenses they've played.
Well,
you're talking about Florida's run defense.
I'm talking about Florida's run defense versus A&M, and trying to look at that as a barometer.
So
for
we're
LSU.
looking at the offenses they've played.
Yeah.
Let's say Miami's good offense, LSU stinks, Texas stinks right now on offense, A&M's good, Mississippi State's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not the toughest. Now pull up LSU and see who they've played offensively. Trash, not very good, decent, I guess Florida decent.
Well, Vanderbilt ran on them. Vanderbilt was able to run on them.
Vandy ran on them a lot.
Yeah,
and
Poppy did a lot of it.
Yeah, and Ole Miss. What did Ole Miss do on them? I think Ole Miss ran pretty well on them. So I think it's pretty similar, but without Whit Weeks. That's pretty significant.
That is.
They've got a couple D linemen that are banged up, one that's unlikely to play. So I think two that are unlikely
Ole
to
Miss
play.
rushed for 166 on them. Kawan Lacey, 87 yards. Chambliss ran for 71.
Yeah, so they had a pretty good rushing
Mhm.
day. In fairness, I don't know how much Chambliss scrambled versus design. I didn't watch that whole game. But yeah, 166 and Vandy, I don't know what those numbers were, but they ran on them. Vandy last week would be a much more apt comparison because that was the same banged up LSU defense. Look,
If you want those numbers, I got them for
go
you.
ahead.
All right.
Hit me with them.
Pavia rushed for 86. Young rushed for 85. Cedric Alexander for 42. Trey Richardson for 22.
So what's the team?
Team rushed for 239 yards.
239.
That's against a banged up LSU defense, which is still what A&M's going to be facing. I think they'll face a more desperate, motivated defense playing at home.
No doubt. It's going to be a
You're
tough
going to
challenge.
have to earn it, man. But they've earned it every week. I talk about the desperation for Brian Kelly, for Nussmeier, for LSU, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is that different than what Arkansas was feeling last week?
Right.
No doubt.
How bad Petrino wants that job. Their fans, how bad they want to beat A&M. The weather delay that they had to overcome. How different is that than Napier and Lagway coming to Kyle Field? And I know they beat Texas, but they had to win that game, and Napier knew it. Lagway knew he was coming to a place that deep down he probably wanted to play.
Mhm.
What about Auburn? Hugh Freeze is 0-1 in the conference. They felt like they got robbed at OU. How desperate were they when they came in here?
Yep.
Jackson Arnold, the Texas quarterback, coming back in.
That's every week, though.
Yeah.
That's
That's what I'm
SEC,
saying.
man.
But
That's every week.
This team is used to it now.
They are used to it.
And I would contend that A&M's playing desperate.
Yeah.
They're playing like they desperately want to
They are.
remain undefeated.
They
And
definitely are,
desperately
man.
do not want to lose.
They've showed up every week. I mean, they have not laid a stinker yet.
Mm-hmm.
And usually by this time of year, we've had one or two.
Well, most
of
teams
that.
do.
Most teams do. But we haven't, man. You're right. They've showed up week in and week out, starting from the first game all the way till last week.
Yeah.
And found ways to win, whether they had to do it offensively or defensively.
Yeah.
They're getting it done. And that's, they got the right mentality. They got the right locker room, the right coaches.
Mm-hmm.
This team is special. It's going to be a playoff team. We got to go win this game this Saturday.
Yeah.
This is a big one. You win this one, man, we're in. It's over.
Well, and also I think when you play a team matters. And I know it's at Tiger Stadium. I know LSU's offense has struggled. But considering some of those injuries on both sides of the ball, right? The offensive line, their left tackle's out.
Mm-hmm.
We still don't know about what weeks, but probably not going to play, or the last was doubtful that I saw. And there's other injuries.
It doesn't matter who they have. They can play everybody. Like, we're good.
Yeah.
We're
That's a
good.
good-
We can take on anybody. LSU is not better than us. They could beat us, but they're not a better team than us.
Yeah. And look, in this rivalry, you better pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Since A&M beat LSU for the first time in the SEC, it was 2018. LSU was the higher ranked team. They were better over the course of the whole season. I was pretty close that year. It wasn't like night and day, but LSU was the higher ranked, better team. The Aggies won. 2019 went to script with Burrow and them. 2020 went to script. 2021 was the year
Got robbed.
where A&M was better, and Edo was fired, and and A&M got robbed at the end, and they also couldn't finish. That's twice.
22 was a 5-7.
LSU A&M was bad. LSU was coming in here with Jaden Daniels about to play for the SEC title. A-Chain and company smoked them.
Mm-hmm.
And then what?
23 was
23, Jaden Daniels and LSU were better. This past season, kind of a toss-up, and the Aggies throttled them. So 3 times in recent memory, it hasn't been the perceived best team that's won.
Yeah.
And look, it's Death Valley at night.
No doubt.
They haven't won since Steve McKinney was were you a true freshman on that team?
I was, yeah.
Steve McKinney is a true freshman. Now, that's not a 30-game losing streak. That's like a 6-7 game losing streak.
Still crazy. And 94 was also the last time we were 7-0.
Yeah.
Do you know about 6'7"?
Not just
6'7".
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Dude,
Hunter
I still
does,
have a high school kid. I'm not that old yet.
We got a few of them working here, but they're actually in college. You know what I said? Did you see that video of those drunken idiots harassing that newscaster girl?
I did. I felt bad
and
for
the
her.
guy was behind him. 6'7", 6'7". And I'm
so
like,
lame.
you know, we got people in here that one of them's got kind of puffy hair and a mustache and some red cheeks. I'm not going to say who it is. That would have been in that group of people gassing that kid up. Not quite to be the one doing it, but like, oh yeah, look at Broxton. You should have seen Broxton last night at the game.
I've done live shots like that.
He was so lit.
I've done live shots like that.
6'7".
It sucks.
They've done it to you?
Yes, they've done it to me. They did it once at a It was your boy Canelo fight at Minute Maid Park. And I'm doing a lot, and it was like a sea of Canelo fans, and they were just messing with me and like. What do I call it whenever unflappable? I was unflappable.
You're unflappable.
Live shot. Yeah.
That's great.
All right, let's do this. Let's hit a break. When we come back here, I want to talk about some of the stuff Coach Elko talked about on his coach's show this week, and maybe that press conference. And Digger Phelps. Digger Phelps, very good college basketball analyst. No, we'll dig deeper into this matchup against LSU. You're listening to the TexAgs Live, presented by David Gardner's Jewelers. Welcome back to the final countdown with Steve McKinney and Billy Liucci here, brought to you by La Casa Tequila. All right, I'm going to bring it up, Billy. We haven't had a chance to talk about it on the air, and love to get Steve's thoughts. At the press conference on Monday, Coach Elko was asked about the Penn State job.
Yeah.
He was not a fan of the question. I'm sure he understands where the question came from.
Yeah.
And then Zane
asked that?
No, it wasn't Zane this time. Alex Miller, shout out to Alex. Good job there. And then also at the coach's show, Andrew Monaco kind of joked about an opening in Japan, and but he made it pretty clear, like, you know, he wants to keep the Texas A&M job. So, Billy, it's your first chance to really react about it on the air. What'd you think?
And I talked about it yesterday. If you really want to save, I'll do the quick version. You can watch Ask Liucci. I'll do the longer version. Before Elko said that at the coach's show, first of all, the joy and glee with which everybody wants likes on Twitter and views, it drives me insane when it comes to trying to figure out what someone says, what they don't say anything really.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I've learned not to. I don't believe anything anymore that is said with a microphone. I don't mean I don't believe that Elko's not leaving, because he didn't say he wasn't. So, but I also know not to try to project and come up with what I think he's saying. So I go with what I believe based on other things I know. And I'll be honest, I haven't started like just completely digging into this yet. I think there's no secret that Penn State will target Mike Elko, but they probably already will behind the scenes between now and the end of the season. So they'll know if there's anything there or not. I think they'd be crazy not to. If you're looking at like, hey, who are 3 targets they're going to look at? He's making $7 million a year, and he's coaching at a power program and has him in the top 5 in year 2. And like, with the roots up there and the way he's recruited up there, why wouldn't they? They'd be the dumbest set of decision makers and power brokers in college athletics if they didn't consider him strongly or target him.
Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't you want to go to a place where they'll fire you for going 10-3? Like, why? You know.
Well, 10 wins like 3 of the last 4 years.
I mean, you could win 10 games every year at Penn State, and you can't keep your job.
That's what I'm saying. Like it. So that's interesting. Penn State doing it when they did it makes me feel like they felt confident about something. They could have just held it out for a few more weeks, but I think they wanted to placate the fans and knew they were going to do it. But I think Mike Elko, I don't think people realize how hard it was for him to leave Duke for A&M. And I know, like, if you're not an Aggie, you go, oh, it was a tough decision. If you're an Aggie, you go, how the hell would he ever have to think about that? Well, it's family. And he had just moved his family 2 years earlier. He had moved his family from Notre Dame to A&M 4 years earlier, and then 2 years later they moved there. And I know, and then in 2 years, is he going to leave here? It's not. Duke to here was a move up. Notre Dame to here was a move up. Well, it was a significant move up in money. And here to Duke was a move up. Duke back to here was a move up. Penn State, here to Penn State is not a move up. Now, it could be a lot more money. I don't think it will be. That's where if you're Penn State, you say, hey, I know you're making 7. We're throwing 11 at you. Well, then A&M, like upcoming bye week, you sit down and say, hey, let's lock this in long term. And I think Mike Elko, I think he's reasonable. He's not about the money, but nobody's going to turn that opportunity down, especially with what you've earned, especially with what you agreed to come here for, which I think he gave A&M. You know, it was a bargain, because of what they were coming off Jimbo and their incentives and all that. And I know that probably deep down, people at A&M would want to be like, "Hey, we're not going to make the same mistake we did with Jimbo. It's not a mistake. You don't have to do that whole contract guaranteed thing. That was the mistake. That was where, you know, and if you raise Mike Elko way up to where he deserves, whether that's the highest paid, third highest paid, fifth highest paid, whatever it is, and it's going to be a lot of money, in a year, it's going to be less. In 2 years, it's going to, in terms of people, every time, like, whatever Lane Kiffin gets if he goes to Florida, whatever, like, go try to hire Eli Drinkwitz tomorrow, who's at Missouri, like, and not, like, go try to hire him and see how much it costs you. Like, to start over, like, if you lost a coach like that. So, it's money is money. It is what it is. You just, the mistake is don't put yourself in some kind of guaranteed deal that it holds you back for 10 years or something. So I think that's the lesson you learn. The lesson is also not to get gun shy about holding on to something good. And I don't believe in one fiber of my being that A&M is going to be that way. So
no, man, I think you're right, man. They know they have a great coach. He's built an incredible organization around him. I mean, I've got to witness it firsthand. You know, going through the recruiting process with my son. I mean, they have class people, but they have a culture there that is incredible. And look what it's producing on the field. They've recruited the right, not just the type of talent, but the right type of guys. When you get talent and character in the same locker room, this is what you get. I mean, Mike Elko has demonstrated that he knows what he's doing. So, I mean, I think A&M is not going to let him go anywhere, and they'd be crazy to even consider it. And I think Elko wants to be here, and I think A&M will do what they have to keep him here.
And there's a toughness. There's a toughness. There's a substance culture to it.
Absolutely.
But he also mixes in style, social media. The kids are accountable. They're disciplined pretty hard, but they also have fun. He gets it. In 2025, he's a 2025 coach that also has some, 1985 coach to him. And that's what this place needs, because A&M is never good without toughness and substance over style, but A&M also is always behind in the the cool factor, the it factor. But he has come on, and he's kind of blended the Sumlin and Jimbo in terms of certain things, and Mike Sherman was all about substance, RC and Jackie, but like now he's mixing in these things that are making A&M it's the most liked and kind of respected. Like you watch like all the SEC shows, the national college football shows, you listen to people talk. I saw a clip the other day from like a bunch of guys. They do a great job talking Alabama football. AJ McCarron's on the show. Those guys, the way they talk about A&M, you're like, yeah, man. Like, and they're even saying that was like what Bama would do under Saban. But then at the same time, like you listen to like McAfee, I think it was yesterday, talking about A&M. Like, it's the best that the Aggies have been talked about. And it's not just that with the number by their ranking, it's what he's building. You heard what Nick Saban said a couple weeks ago. So it is something definitely worth hanging on to and clinging to. It's also something that you absolutely see why. Not just, look, if it's not Penn State, it'll be somebody else, maybe it'll take a year, but a couple of years. Like, you want this to keep happening.
Of course.
If I'm Mike Elko and I stay here, I go out and I say at the end of the year, hey, we had that thing earlier in the season. My intention was not to go at anyone but I just wanted to nip that, and that's just how I took it. I don't want to answer that question every week that my name comes up, because it's going to, until Penn State is filled or until I sign a new deal or until I leave, which I don't think. But it's going to until that door is closed and this door is closed. So I don't want to do this every week when I'm trying to win a championship right now. An SEC, make the playoffs, or win bigger.
And by the way,
that's what I was doing. And then I would say, for future reference, I hope this happens again.
Yeah.
I hope that you guys have to ask me about other jobs, because it means
it will.
And I'm never going to answer it.
But let me ask you this. Why, if you're a head coach, why would you say there's no chance I'm leaving? That would be the dumbest thing. Why would you do that to yourself? You don't negotiate with yourself. You make sure you maintain leverage in a negotiation. So he's not going to just completely outright say, 0 chance I'm leaving.
You know what else?
No one would do that.
You know what else a coach could do these days? A coach could say, okay, I'm going to let my agent deal with you guys with the money. I'm going to tell you what I need to stay here, because I get everything else. I need a commitment for this much more, and I owe money. And you guys figure it out. Now, the good news is I think those conversations are happening daily, weekly. They're doing a great job of tailoring this thing. Mike Elko is hands-on involved in how they're going to figure out, how to navigate this new world of the NIL.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's anything that he necessarily has to do, is to go in and say, hey, if you guys guarantee me $5 more million each of the next couple of years, I ain't going anywhere. I don't think he has to do that. I think those conversations are ongoing weekly, even in season, or every couple of weeks. And the understanding is we have to stay at or near the top.
Yeah.
No matter if this is the climate, if this is and this, or if it goes this way, we have to stay at the very top and near the very top. So how are we going to do that?
All right. We will hit a break here. We'll come back with more here on the Final Countdown, brought to you by La Casa Tequila on TexAgs Live, presented by David Gardner's Jewelers. Welcome back to the Final Countdown, brought to you by La Casa Tequila here on TexAgs Live, presented by David Gardner's Jewelers, Rollo Insurance Studio. Friends, it is now time for the Freak of the Week.
It's the Freak of the Week.
Thought you were going to help out.
Did I do it again?
Freak of the Week.
Bro. It's too late.
Come on.
It's the Freak of the Week.
Thank you very much. Steve, why don't you start us off on the Freak of the Week?
Oh, my goodness. You would come to me first, wouldn't you? So, let's see. We're going to LSU. Offensively, we're going to have to put up some points. I'm thinking it's more important for our offense to score points. I think our defense will do enough to keep the score maintainable. But I think we got to score over 30 points. So, give me okay. I know what my sleeper is, but give me Reuben Owens.
Okay.
Because we got to run the football. I think that's going to be very paramount. I mean, obviously, passing's important, but if we don't establish the run like we have been, tell me a game we haven't been able to run the ball.
No, they've established.
Yeah. So if we can go into LSU and continue what we've been doing on the ground, man, I feel real confident about the amount of points we put up. That's what I'm thinking. 30+ wins it.
Billy?
I was thinking of Concepcion. I was thinking of Craver. I was thinking of Owens. I thought about the offensive line and just naming that, doing a Seth and picking a whole position. But I do think that's going to be the best unit on the field Saturday night. And that is why I will pick A&M and take my chances wherever they play. I'm going to go with Marcel Reed this week.
Okay.
I'm going to go Marcel Reed. He had, I think the last 2 weeks he's been really good, really good.
Yep.
He had a quiet stretch in the second, third quarter against Florida, but that both teams did. That turned into a defensive fist fight. But I thought he was really good then too, because he was just calm. And but what he looked like these last 2 games, you look at the start to the Florida game, you look at 4 quarters against Arkansas. I mean, he's been sensational. I'm going to go with Marcel.
Nice.
And look, last time we saw him play this team, he carved him up with his legs. He might be able to do it this week throwing the ball. So
He's such a baller.
I'll go with 10, and then on defense I'll go with 9.
I knew you were going
Give me
there.
Cassius Howell,
Yeah.
like going against that banged up tackle position at LSU. If the Aggies can play from in front
Mm-hmm.
in the second half, I think he could have make a couple of absolute game changing plays via the pass rush.
How do you feel about mine? I'm going to go Torian York.
Okay,
Because I don't think Torian had the best stats last game.
No.
And, he looked, Taylor Green makes everybody look slow. I
Yeah.
think he's going to have a bounce back game, and he's
Yeah.
going to be a monster on the field.
I would love
This
that.
is a better matchup for him
Yeah,
than last
I think
week.
so too.
All right, now let's do the sleeper of the week presented by the Sleep Station. Go see Jared McLeod and ask about the Tempur-Pedic or the purple mattress in the Specs parking lot at Texas and Harvey and in
Curious
front of
about
Lowe's
the purple.
at the William D. Fitch location on Highway 6.
Big fan of the Tempur-Pedic. I'm getting curious about the purple for the guest room.
I'd
We'll
love to
see.
sample some mattresses.
Just pull the trigger, man. Just make it happen.
Yeah, it's just I'm questioning
Test it
that
out.
or the heirloom. That's the one that one got me.
Mm.
Go ahead.
My sleeper's EJ Smith.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been so pumped watching him run the football the last couple of weeks. The way he's stepped up with
Mhm.
Moss going down, I was extremely nervous
Yeah.
when I heard that Moss was going to be out for a while. I'm like, oh my God, I was having flashbacks to last
Yeah.
year.
Look at him run, just
And,
finish guys, carry dudes.
And Ruben stepped up, but then you see EJ come in as that number 2 guy, just wrecking shop, running through tackles, which is what Moss was doing for us.
Yeah.
And the other guys weren't
Yeah.
necessarily doing. But he's coming in there, he's breaking tackles, getting yards after contact,
Running
falling
dudes
forward.
over.
Yes. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what changed with this guy. Is it physical, mental, or both?
He was banged up last year. I think he's
Was
healthy
he?
now, yeah.
When he looks,
He
dude,
looked great in
he looks
camp
really
too.
good.
They just have a great room.
I
Like,
mean,
he caught my eye a lot during August.
well, obviously they caught the coach's eye because
Yeah.
they're giving him the carries. They're seeing what he's doing on the field. I expect him to start getting more. And in critical plays, they're giving him the ball. Like, what? Like, there's no other thing a coach can do to show that they believe in you more than give you the ball on 4th and 1 on the 35,
Right.
right?
That's the truth.
Give me EJ Smith.
Billy, you're a sleeper.
I'm gonna go with
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna stick on the defensive line this week, and I'm gonna go DJ Hicks.
Okay.
We don't talk about the inside guys
Go DJ.
enough. Couple of maybe a big sack, couple TFLs this week for Hicks, and
That'd be awesome.
offensively, I'm gonna stick in the backfield, and I'm gonna go Amari Daniels.
Okay.
Who, look, well, I'm going to go with the 2 Amaris. A big play by Amari Daniels and Amari Niblack. Catch by Niblack. I think Daniels, because see, what happens is he gets on the field because he's by far their best blocking back.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because of that, he's out there. He's going to get, he might pop a nice run. So I'm going to go with the Amaris.
Let's go, Amari.
Okay, I'm going to go. So last week it was ABR, Ashton
Yeah.
Roman, who was a sleeper. And I think you may have picked him, Billy.
Yeah.
I think you might have.
That was a
You're
good
going
pick.
Bussy.
I'm going Terry Bussey.
like it. I
It's
like it.
Terry Bussey's turn to do it. I think he spoke to the media this week. He's been waiting his turn. He's had some moments. He's going to have another big moment.
I like that. I think you can alternate. Every week on your freak of the week, you could sit there and go Concepcion, Craver, alternate them, and in the sleeper of the week every week, I think you can start alternating Bussy and ABR, and you could feel pretty good about those picks each week.
And I also think pretty much every week you can choose a tight end to make one of those plays. You're like, we needed that play.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Every week you can have that. All right, we'll hit a break here. When we come back on the other side, we'll do Pick 6, brought to you by Prize Picks, that and more. It is TexAgs Live, presented by David Gardner's Jewelers. The final countdown, brought to you by La Casa Tequila. Welcome back into TexAgs Live, presented by David Gardner's Jewelers, Rollo Insurance Studio. In time for the Pick 6 on the final countdown, brought to you by La Casa Tequila. I almost went go hour on you. I almost went.
Ooh.
And this is brought to you by PrizePicks.com/TexAgs. Use the code TexAgs to get $50 once you play in $5 lineups. Luke Evangelist at
Prize
the Angry.
Picks. Love it. Luke, the Angry Elephant Social Center.
Yep.
Change our results. Nuno blamed it
try.
on you.
I did. Oh well.
You did.
Then I asked him, and he said it wasn't me.
Okay, but it was on text, blamed on you. Steve delete the tie and give him an extra win. Billy, delete the tie and give him an extra win.
Richard said he's the one who did it.
Seth, delete the tie and give him a loss.
An L. Big L.
That is how the week went.
The big
Nuno,
wars.
I got my hat
Jay
tie.
McCoy, Olin, all ties. And by the way, Olin is catching you.
Yeah, I'm going to lose. I've had a horrible couple
Don't
weeks.
lose.
Yeah. And I'm not
Will
getting
yourself
been a
to
rough
victory.
I'm not going to get a sleeve or a tattoo. That's not going to happen for me.
Neither is Olin.
She'll grow a
You don't think
beard.
he'll do it?
He would do a tattoo. He ain't doing a sleeve.
That's crazy.
The whole arm?
First of all, the arm sleeve is going to cost that much to get.
Yeah, people have already donated money. We had
His
people in
skin
the
is
super
too
chat.
loose to do a whole sleeve.
Yeah,
by
that's
the
true.
way. They probably wouldn't even do it.
Yeah.
They're going to turn him down. Your arm's too flabby.
Too much
It's
loose
not as
skin,
fat.
sir.
Yeah, like they're not going to.
That's mean.
It's not going to look good, sir.
Catalyst said they would pay for it if he did a Catalyst logo, by the way.
Oh, that would be cool.
And it's kind of a cool
Yeah,
little
just
look.
get the Catalyst logo. I don't think his arm is such that they would turn down a tattoo.
I don't know. We'll see.
Wow.
And maybe somebody will donate their services who listens to TexAgs. All right, Luke, maybe we can tattoo your mustache. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into game one, which is number 8 Ole Miss at number.
Luke, you should tattoo your mustache on your finger,
So I can just.
and you can just do that and then move it, and it's the same thing.
Good idea.
Right.
Number 8 Ole Miss at number 13 Oklahoma, 11 a.m. Oklahoma is favored by 4.5.
Interesting.
4.5.
I'm taking Oklahoma.
I am too.
Feeling they're going to
Well,
bounce back.
God, I don't know like them beating anybody by 5. I think Lane Kiffin's distracted right now, and I think this is the week we start to see it. They had a very emotional loss, but I watched OU against South Carolina, man. They just don't.
They're at home.
They don't do it for me, but I'm going to go off feel on this one, and I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go OU.
Are you making picks in this?
I'm going to do mine on the go hour.
Got you. All right, next game we've got number 15 Missouri at number 10 Vanderbilt, 2:30 p.m. in Nashville. This is where game day is. Vanderbilt is a 2.5 point favorite.
Yeah, I'm picking Vanderbilt on this one.
Any reason why?
I mean, I just think they're a good football team.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think they lost to Alabama. Could have played that game a lot closer, maybe even won it. They just beat LSU at home. They're playing at home with game day there. I don't know. I think they'll win by 3 or more.
It's 2.5.
Yep.
I think I'm going to go. I went Missouri on my other pick 'em. I just
You feel
But-
good with that? Like splitting your picks?
no, I don't. I'm trying to win one of the two, so it kind of helps.
Try to win the other one, dude. Just give up on this one.
Well, I mean, I'm like it. Well, they're both actually. It's funny because after all this time, I'm 1 pick up on Amanda, and I'm 2 picks behind the lead on this one. And like,
Oh, you're there.
I'm up there. So I could win both. It'd be I'd be unbearable. So I'm going to go with, I am changing that to Vandy though. You know why? Because I think Missouri struggled enough with, they struggled enough with Auburn this week. I think Missouri's good. I think they're going to give A&M hell in Columbia. And hopefully the Aggies can outlast them, but that's going to be a tough game. But 2 weeks in a row away from home, I think it starts to get to, what you have to watch Vandy for the hangovers when they go to Austin, and you hope they don't have one because I think they're going to win 2 in a row here at home.
Yeah.
Speaking of Austin, we've got Texas playing at Mississippi State, not in Austin. They are in Starkville, and Texas is a 6.5 point favorite on the road.
That's a hard one, guys.
Yeah, that is a tough one.
I'm going to go Mississippi State to cover.
Texas to win?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have to pick that. I don't know what I'm going to pick there, but I think Mississippi State gets to cover.
Yeah.
Because
I agree with you.
I could see Mississippi State winning that football game. So if I can say that, and you're going to give me 6.5. Bothwell might be back. He's listed as questionable. They've got now, as we record this, they've got Shapen throwing to Brennan Thompson and Anthony Evans. Like, I like Mississippi State, like they're not great on defense, but Texas is struggling so much on offense. I think they can whip them up front. So I'm going to go with Mississippi State and the Cowbells.
Yeah, I think Mississippi State too. But I am going to pick Texas to cover. I'm just going to hedge my emotional bet. That way, if Mississippi State wins, I can feel good about that.
Yeah.
But if Texas pulls it out, I'll take the W. So give me Texas.
Or Texas pulls it out by 3, and then I get the W. And you lose on both fronts.
Yeah, dang it. Screw you, Billy.
Next up, we've got number 4 Alabama at South Carolina, 2:30 p.m. kickoff. Also, the State Fair not going on. That is an important thing to note, and that is Alabama favored by 11.5.
Wow, that's insulting. If I was South Carolina, I would take that personal. 11.5 at home.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have we been 11.5 or more?
Probably to Alabama several times. We beat them one time. We were like
14
more than that. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna still take Alabama to cover that.
I am too. I think they throttle these guys. South Carolina can't block. Therefore, Sellers, no matter how tough he is as a runner, he can't really do much. And I think Bama obliterates them.
Number 17, Tennessee at Kentucky. Night game, 6:45 kickoff in Lexington. Tennessee, 9.5-point favorites on the road.
Man.
At Kentucky.
Yeah.
Kentucky's offense
some teams
is really,
in orange might struggle in Lexington.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. That's a rivalry. Like Kentucky hates them. But Tennessee's weakness is their defense, and I don't think Kentucky can do much with that. I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go Tennessee here. I think they kind of expended all their emotional energy last week against Texas, only to lose.
Yeah, I'm going to take Tennessee too.
All right, Luke, let's get to the best game.
To close it out, we've got number 3 Texas A&M at number 20 LSU. Night game in Baton Rouge, 6:30 p.m. kickoff. A&M, a 2.5-point favorite on the road.
2.5 points.
I'm just going to say,
I'm taking A&M. Period.
I'm taking A&M, and I believe in A&M. And if it would be like 3.5, I might be inclined to go, hey, 4-quarter battle, Aggies by a field goal, but I don't even think so. I think I like where the Aggies are at. I know they're going to get LSU's best shot. I can certainly see this game playing out where the Aggies don't win it, but I think I feel much better about them going down there and handling business. I feel good about the O-line, the quarterback, the running game, the playmakers, the defensive front, and a motivated defense after what happened last week versus struggling LSU offense. And it doesn't mean LSU won't make plays. And in the head coaches. I feel good about all those things on A&M's side. And I will take focus and a team on a mission over desperation. Desperation is scary. Desperation is in the SEC. You would rather not see that. But like Steve said, you generally either face a really good team or a really desperate team every week. And A&M, I think, is used to that. And I'll go with the focused team on a mission in this one. They've been checking boxes of things they haven't done in a real long time all year. And I think the next one is to win a game in the place they hadn't won since Steve McKinney was
freshman
running around getting drunk off his ass as an 18-year-old as a red shirt.
That never happened, Mom.
Oh, you didn't red shirt.
No,
yeah, I take that back, Miss McKinney. He never did that. His friends might have, but he
rumors, alleged.
Hey, speaking of bad tattoos, that's what he was doing at that time.
Oh, yeah.
Steve's getting like...
Is that where you got your arm one?
It was let me just throw a dart at the wall. Yeah, I'll take that one.
He got a chest tattoo, some like winged creature, and no one knew what it was.
Sometimes those Sunday mornings after a game, it's a griffin. I think that's what they call it.
You know what a griffin is?
Your dog.
Well, it is that too, but
that's where you got the name from.
What is it? What's a griffin?
It's like
I believe it's a winged lion.
It's a lion with wings.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I thought it looked cool on paper.
It's a liger.
Hey, Steve, before we let you go, you got a minute or two left. The offensive line, we didn't really break them down, how clean Marcelo's been. Just talk about that for a minute.
I mean, the offensive line's been amazing all year. I mean, the way they've protected and given him a clean pocket, the way we've been able to run the football, the lack of lost yardage plays. We've had few penalties. We've had a couple games where I'm going, guys, let's cut the penalties out, and we're almost perfect here. But yeah, you got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line, Coach Cushing. I mean, they've done a phenomenal job up front, and it's a huge part of why we're winning right now. Is when you have that kind of time in the pocket and that ability to get positive yards on first and second down, you're going to naturally be more successful. So I think we're doing a good job up front.
Speaking of those penalties too, 3 a couple weeks ago, I think it was 7 last week. They've significantly cut those down.
Yes, luckily, because we couldn't keep going at 13 a game. Eventually, that was going to bite you.
I just, again, win the line of scrimmage, run the football, stop the run. Get after the quarterback, make plays, like let your playmakers make plays, and then just want it more. And A&M's, every one of those boxes they've checked almost every single game.
Yeah.
And so just keep doing what you're doing, and I think I would love nothing more than seeing him in their bye week, unblemished, and let 2 weeks of build-up of the whole country kind of talk about, hey, look at their remaining schedule.
Yeah.
What do we think they're going to do here? Because what's going to happen is everyone's going to look at us and go, they're going to run the table. And I'm not saying they would. They can beat LSU, and it doesn't make Missouri any easier or tougher. It doesn't make Texas, like whatever they do to get better between now and then, A&M, what they do Saturday has nothing to do with that. So it's not guaranteed, but what I'm telling you is people are going to look at this, like they're going to look at the last 3 SEC games, and they're going to say, if A&M wins in Death Valley tomorrow night, they're going to say Texas A&M should win out. And again, that would be premature as well. But I'm just telling you what the country is going to look at and say, and it'll be good. It would be great for these award nominees. It'll be great for the visibility of Elko's program and Texas A&M, and it'll be great for just, I think, creating more and more of a stir and a fervor here in College Station around this program, and let these guys really start to realize, like, man, we can really, really do this. And I think they already feel that way, which is why I think they'll go down there.
Did you just say stir and a fervor? Is that what you
said? I said something about a fervor. I don't know what that first word was.
I thought you said something about stirring a fervor.
No, build up the fervor.
Oh, I was like, I don't even know what that saying means.
Steve, Billy, thank you very much. And thank you to La Casa Tequila. That's going to do it for TexAgs Live here, presented by David Gardner's Jewelers.
Liucci, McKinney, and the old man in the sea.
You mean
old graybeard?
You mean the guy from Kazakhstan? Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.